Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to POB Media's first broadcast of the best team in New York State. You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. This Hawks team is currently first place in New York State and is ranked as the best team. Undefeated, perfect season so far. We have a very special game for you tonight. I'm Gavin Weingarten, joined alongside Connor Siebel, and this is POB Primetime. And we are back for this senior night matchup. The ceremony's just concluded. Now, Connor, let's hear some information about these teams.
Thank you, Gavin. Not only are the Hawks undefeated after 13 regular season games, they've only lost a total of 2 sets, which makes them first in the conference in Nassau and one of the best teams in Nassau County. I spoke to Coach Knight before the game, and she mentioned that she wants to win and bring the intensity. She wants a team to win with style and bring that intensity to bring them to 14-0, which would make them undefeated for the first time in a while. She wants them to go into the playoffs, feeling good vibes and feel good going into, and hopefully they can make a strong run.
Yeah, I was talking to the coach of Massapequa as well. She just wants them to control their side of the ball, play their best, and feel good going into playoffs. Connor, we're just about to get started here. Great senior night. I mean, the ceremony is very nice. You have some great players. You have the captains and really the leaders of this team coming out here tonight. And we're going to start out here. We are going to see Tan. We're going to see Wickus. We are going to see Bella Sally, Dylan Katz, Jaden Axelrod, and Emily Novak. So that's going to be our starting lineup here for the Hawks. On the other side of the ball for Massapequa, we have number 18, that's Patricia Consalvo. We have number 12, that is Emily DeSetto. We have number 2, that is Lacey Petrullo. We have number 11, that's Victoria O'Neill, and number 4, Emma Flaum. Honestly, Connor, this is a very good matchup. These are the top 2 teams in Nassau County at the moment.
Well, the Hawks earlier in the season beat Massapequa 3-0 in sets. And the Hawks dominated that game as they have all season against every opponent. And now we'll see what happens in the second matchup on their season.
And here's Lacey Petrullo for the set. Petrullo hit up by Tan. Tan to Katz. Katz to... Appleton up. Hit by Tan once again. Tan to Axelrod. Axelrod brought down by Sally. Sally over to Layton. Layton sets it up to Katz. Katz with the spike. And it's out of bounds. The point will go to Massapequa.
Great play there by both sides. First point of the game. If we're expecting that all night, then this matchup's only going to get better as we go.
And what a spike there by Bella Sally with the kill.
Great play. Look at the wrist right there for Bella Sally. Just her normal play. Senior on the team. And one of the main stars that has led this team to what they are.
So now we're going to see the captain and senior, Dylan Katz. Here's the serve. And that's going to be an ace right there.
I think that was a little bit of miscommunication right there from the setter. I think to number 18, which is Patricia Consalvo. A little miscommunication right there just caused them the point.
And here's Katz again. Up to number 7, that's Savannah Applebaum. Katz to Layton. Layton bumps it up. Axelrod. Massapequa. Bump by Jaden Tan. Up to Katz. Wickus looking to get the ball just over and knocked out of bounds.
Massapequa playing great team ball over there. They know what they're doing, giving the ball to many different people on their spikes. And on the other side, great dive by Tan, but they couldn't get the point.
Consalvo for the serve. Leighton up to Katz. Katz to Axelrod. Axelrod blocked by number 7. That's Savannah Appleton.
Savannah Appleton, one of the tallest players on the court, if not the tallest player on the court. She uses her height and wingspan right there to get over the net, using her bending her arms a little bit and getting the block.
Yeah, very interesting about Savannah Appleton. She's committed to South Carolina for lacrosse. Tan, and that's an ace right there for Patricia Consalvo. This Massapequa team off to a great start. I wonder if we're going to see a substitution here. I mean, obviously, this Hawks team not playing to the standard you're usually used to seeing. Consalvo again with the serve. Tan to Katz. Axelrod. Spike! Good for a Plainview point. 3-4 Massapequa.
Axelrod, great spike right there into the back right corner. That was a great spot, like one of the hardest places to find on the court, especially when you're mid spike.
Massapequa up, Leighton. Up to Axelrod again. Great dig right there by Emily Leighton, but unfortunately the Hawks are unable to get the ball back into play.
Massapequa finding their groove, they're finding many different people to set spikes to, and they go down, and Plainview can't return.
Now it's going to be Reese White with the serve. Katz to Axelrod. Axelrod with the kill.
Good block, but Axelrod was a bit stronger there on her spike. The block should be, if her arms a little bit bended more, then that could have been down towards Plainview's side, but instead it went down towards Massapequa's side, giving Plainview the point.
Leighton with the serve. That's Appleton. Over the net, and it's out of bounds. Plainview point.
Unlucky right there. Massapequa's trying to get the ball to Victoria O'Neill, but it's just not working for them right now. And right there, she just hit that ball out, and Plainview gets the point again.
Leighton again with the serve. Almost an ace right there. Up and over. Bella Sally. Up to Katz. To Dove. And Dove hits it out of bounds.
Emily DeSetto from Massapequa Chiefs has already about 3 blocks on the game. And if she continues that, she'll be dominating all night, giving Plainview a hard time when you're trying to spike.
So we did see a substitution. Addison Dove now, the sophomore, is in the game. And now Savannah Appleton to serve. Sally, up to Katz. Katz for Dove. Dove brings it down. Great control by Massapequa. Leighton, bump back to Katz. Katz over the net. Plainview to Leighton. To Axelrod. Axelrod. The kill is out. No, a tip off of
I think that was a
Pequa.
tip, Gavin. I think that was...
And that's going to be another Plainview point.
Unlucky for Massapequa right there. It was pretty even that whole point, and then Plainview had a couple saves when the ball was not looking towards their good side, but
Axelrod. That's Emily Novak. What a block right there, giving the Hawks a lead for the first time tonight, leading 7-6.
Emily Novak getting the block, just a lob up from Massapequa straight to her arms, which are extended over the net, and Plainview gets the point.
Axelrod again, serve just out of bounds, all tied up here at 7. It's going to be Victoria O'Neill with the serve. O'Neill. Just off the top of the net, crashing towards the commentators.
Oh my God, what a
great save right there by my partner.
That is not normal here, but sometimes the ball just rolls our way, and unlucky, the ball hit the net on the serve, so that definitely changes the way that Plainview wants to receive, and yeah.
Sally to Axelrod. Great spike right there by Dylan Katz. Novak. Axelrod. Addison Dove with the kill!
Her leap was from the 10-foot line, as they say in volleyball, which is that line right in between the logo of the Hawks and the three-point line on the basketball court. She leaped all the way from there and made a jumping spike down straight to the ground. There was no way that Massapequa could have ever returned that.
Tan now with the serve. Appleton. Axelrod with the dig. And Isabella Sally bouncing off the roof a little bit there. And Emily Layton lets it go out of bounds. Hawks lead.
Usually when the ball bounces off the roof, there's no way that they get the point unless something lucky happens. Unfortunately for Massapequa, they had a good play off the roof, but they just couldn't get the point.
Tan again. Back to Tan, up to Axelrod, to Cat. What a block right there by Kira Elfenben.
Elfenben making a great block right there, coming from the middle of the Hawks logo all the way to the right side of the net. And unlucky for the Hawks as they just had a good play, bum set spike, and they just couldn't convert.
Now it's going to be Katie Love, the junior, to serve for Piqua. Layton, up to Axelrod, to Sally. Apple, to Tan, Axelrod, Katz, out of bounds.
Massapequa, another bump set spike opportunity, easy for them. And that will be an easy spike for them to get an easy point again. And Plainview just getting unlucky. They have that same exact bump set spike, but unfortunately they cannot get the spike to fall toward the ground.
Love. And it's an ace. Massapequa leads 11-9.
Unlucky for the senior right there, Emily Layden. Usually she makes those plays, but unfortunately she cannot make the dig, and it is an ace for Katie Love.
Love. Out of bounds this time, ending at Love's streak, and now it's going to be 11-10 Massapequa.
Every point has been close in this one. It's back and forth. A lot of bump set spikes from both sides, and now we'll see the senior Ava Frangus make the serve.
Frangus. And out of bounds, that was Kira Elfenben once again looking for a nice little spike right there.
Unlucky from Elfenben right there.
Frangus. Up to Appleton. Into the net. And Plainview is going to take the lead. One of the few times they have in this first set.
Every point has been back and forth, as I said earlier, and not a lot of leads have happened.
Frangus to Appleton. And that's going to be a Massapequa point. That was Patricia Consalvo with the kill.
Unlucky from Plainview off the fingertips of Dylan Katz. And I think we'll be seeing another substitution right here for both sides. And, yeah, substitution for both sides. And, Plainview has had those blocking opportunities, but unfortunately that one just hit off the fingertips and nothing you could do when you put your hands up and hits off of you.
Petrullo with the serve. Tan to Axelrod. Up to Katz. Katz with the kill! Big point there from Dylan Katz.
Katz finding that weak spot right on the right side of the libero for Massapequa, Reese White, and she just couldn't get to it in time. Dylan Katz with an amazing spike, and Plainview scores another one, taking a 1-point lead.
Katz with the serve again. Appleton. Tan. It's Katz. Bella Sally with the kill.
Great play by Plainview right there, finding the weak spot in the back, which Massapequa could not get to. And all they got to hope for on those type of plays is that it goes out for Massapequa, but unfortunately did not fall their way. And that will be Plainview's point again, making them probably one of the biggest leads we've had tonight, surprisingly, which is 2 points.
Katz again. Layton. Bump. This is Bella Sally. Bella Sally! Once again, back-to-back kills by Bella Sally.
A little miscommunication from Bella Sally, and I think Jaden Tan, but they got the ball roll their way and two bumps and one spike, and she got the kill.
Cats, once again. Appleton to Consalvo. Leighton to Cats. Cats up to Axelrod. Axelrod with the kill! What a run Plainview is having right now, putting them up 16-12.
Great play, another bump set spike. And as we see one of the fans walking across the court, and she gives the ball to senior Dylan Katz. And another great play by Plainview right there. Unfortunately, Massapequa, they're having trouble getting these spikes and getting these returns.
Dylan Katz, 5th consecutive serve. This time it's out of bounds. Well, it was a good run.
It was a 4-point run, which was probably our biggest on the night, or maybe I think it was 5 points. But unfortunately for Dylan Katz, not usually of her skill set, hitting the ball out of bounds, but
it's going to be Consalvo with the serve for Massapequa. Sally. Leighton keeping it alive. Katz over the net. Hits off of the roof.
Unlucky,
what are you
right?
going to do there?
Like, nothing you could do. The ceiling's kind of low right here in Plainview in the gym, but you just got to hope that those like bumps that you're trying to swing your arms behind your head go in, but unfortunately the ball did not go in, and after a bad return, things did not go their way.
Consalvo again, Leighton. Katz, Axelrod with the kill.
A little miscommunication right there from number 18 Consalvo and the libero, which is Reese White. But if they got the communication down, then maybe there could have been a return. But unfortunately, they couldn't, and that's one of the main things in volleyball, communication.
Sally with the serve. Appleton putting it down. Leighton back up. Katz over the net. Appleton once again. O'Neal with the kill.
Massapequa targeting that that left side on the court once again, or far side from us, and she gets the kill again, and now we'll see the libero taking the serve.
Now it's going to be Reese White, the sophomore. First serve of the night. Katz. Dove with the kill! Big kill from Addison Dove, putting the Hawks up 3.
Another big kill for Addison Dove right there. Again, jumping from the 10-foot line in volleyball, which is, as I said before, in between the center of the court and the three-point line, and she jumped right from there. I don't know how she does it, but she's got a.
Addison Dove is a track and field star here in Plainview. Broke multiple school and Nassau County records last year. As Leighton up to Katz. Dove again. This time it's out of bounds.
Hit off the fingertips of Dove right there on the last 2 kills. That did not happen. It hit the palm of her hand. That's where you want to hit it when you're trying to spike down the ball. Fortunately, that did not happen for her. And after a great return from Emily Layden, the Hawks cannot convert.
Now Elfenbane is going to come back in, and Petrullo will go out. Appleton. Leighton over. Wow, what a great save there by Isabella Sally. Appleton up to Elfenbane. Leighton to Axelrod. And the ref is going to call a Hawks point.
I didn't see what happened right there, Gavin, but I think one of the Massapequa players might have hit the net when they were blocking, and if they hit the net, then that's Plainview's point.
So Plainview now only 6 points away from their first set victory. Here's Axelrod. Appleton up to O'Neal with the spike. Sally to Axelrod. And Sally up into the roof. Massapequa looking for it to come down. O'Neal back over. Out of bounds. Hawks up 20-16.
As I said before, this low roof in Plainview, it does not help any time it touches any part of the roof, including that time where it hit the basketball hoop, which is up right now, and the ball did not go their way.
Axelrod once again to Appleton. And a great save. I mean, Isabella Sally tried to save it. That's Emily DeSetto right there with the kill.
And Calcedo getting another kill on the night, and the Hawks cannot return it. Emily Layden tried, but unfortunately it did not hit the right part of her forearm, which is unlucky.
O'Neal to Leighton. Axelrod up to Katz, and Katz finds a hole in the Massapequa defense for a Hawks point.
That's just experience right there. Katz using her 4-year varsity member skill and using her experience to tip that ball over when she knows that no one's in that space in the back left corner of the court. And ball to bounce on the ground, and that's a point for Plainview.
It's going to be Tan again. Appleton up to DeSeto, and DeSeto with the kill.
DeSeto, she's too strong on that play. Emily Novak tried to block it, but unfortunately, DeSeto's spike was too strong, and she got and
DeSeto will come off now. We'll see Katie Love come back on, and we will see Miss Stu came back on. Connor, did you happen to see?
I did not see, Gavin.
Getting blocked right now by Kira Elfenbein. Love to Leighton. Axelrod. And the kill from Bella Sally.
Appleton playing a little bit too high right there, just behind the 10-foot line. When that happens, it's an easy kill.
Okay, now I see Emma Found came in. Love will come out after her serve, and Reese White will come back in. Frangus to Appleton, and that's Found with the kill.
Another attempt for a Plainview block, but unfortunately the ball did not go their way, and even with a fingertip on it, just didn't. It bounced towards their side. So nothing you could do about that one. Just a great play from Massapequa. And
so Elfenbein will come out, and in comes Lacey Petrullo. Tan to Axelrod. Katz! Big spike from Katz right there. Up to Consalvo. Axelrod to Sally. Sally with the kill! Putting the Hawks ahead 23-19.
Same exact play, but on the opposite side. Massapequa trying to block it, but she's not strong enough. I think that was Appleton on the play. She was not strong enough, and unfortunately, when you block it, you can't control where the ball goes. And I think we'll see a timeout right now for Massapequa, trying to change momentum.
Yeah, big first set here for Plainview Hawks. I mean, came down really quickly. I mean, they started out down just a couple points, couldn't find the momentum, but now starting to build up, just 2 points off from closing out this first set.
And I think if they close out these last 2 points, then I think, Gavin, the things will start heading their way, and they might get their undefeated season, which is what they wanted.
Yeah, and this just in, I mean, Alana Mitnick will be joining us on the sideline for the first time in this POB Media broadcast season. So in a little bit, we will go over to her. But now we're going to come back from this Massapequa timeout. Hawks set again, no substitutions. We'll again see Wickus, Axelrod, Sally, Leighton, Katz, and Tan out here for the Hawks. Reese White, Rivera here for Massapequa. Appleton still, Faum still, Salvo as well. Katz, serve to Appleton. Faum, Sally. Katz to Appleton. Consalvo with the spike blocked. Katz to Sally. Sally out of bounds. That was a huge block earlier in that play. That was Emery Wickus. She actually leads this Plainview team in blocks. She is 8.5 actually on the season.
Another one of her normal skill set type of plays. Emery Wickus getting another block.
Consalvo now. Leighton. It's brought down, and it's Katz. Just missing the ball just a little bit right there. That was a shaky play. Bounced off of Leighton's forearm. Kind of around her bicep a little bit.
Yeah, Gavin. Another timeout I think we see. Oh, it's from the Plainview Hawks right now, trying to change it after giving up 2 points to Massapequa. I think they just want to bring back the momentum on their side and get these last 2 points and win the game. Or win the set, sorry.
I mean, definitely. You're down by you're only leading by 2 right now, which is, for the Hawks, something that rarely happens. They have only lost 2 sets this season. I mean, that's insane. You play at least 3 sets. You play at least 3 sets a game, and to only have lost 2 in all of your regular season games, that's just an insane feat. And they've proven that they should be the #1 team in New York State.
And that just proves that both coaches on Plainview side should be happy. Brianne Knight and Coach Kerensky should be happy and excited for this team for the postseason.
It's going to be Consalvo to serve once again. out of bounds. Plainview's 1 point away from closing out this first set.
Right there, unfortunate for the Massapequa Chiefs as Consalvo cannot get the ball into the inbounds, which is something that you have to do, which is something that's not very easy every time, and not easy for these varsity players.
Yeah, especially when there's a change in momentum. I mean, you had that timeout right there in between her streak of sets, or streak of serves, sorry. But now, after kind of a botched serve, we're going to see Massapequa once again. It's Reese White, Layton, up to Katz. And Dove puts it away. The Hawks win the first set, 25-22.
Great first set from the Hawks right there. There's a lot of rallies between the Chiefs and the Hawks right there, but unfortunately the Chiefs cannot convert after Addison Dove tip over the net.
All right, so we are now going to hear from Alana Mitnick on the sideline. Over to you, Alana.
How come they don't do the Pledge of Allegiance before the game? This is the first time I've been.
Yeah, they usually do
Well, not usually. It's supposed to do it.
Yeah,
This is the first game I've gone to where they didn't.
yeah. It's because
What happened? They fell asleep?
our PA guy is not our normal PA guy, so that's why.
Manny, man, what's a picture?
All right, well, we are back. So 2 minutes left in this kind of break in between sets. Plainview, big win here, this first set. Really led by Dylan Katz. I mean, Jaden Axelrod, a lot of kills and a lot of great back and forth between the Chiefs and the Hawks.
Right there, like on this past first set, we saw a lot from both sides of the ball. We saw Massapequa having great returns and great bump set spikes, and on the other side, we had the same exact thing. We had good serves, good bump set spikes from the Plainview Hawks, and Plainview Hawks on some of the plays were just stronger, and they got the win in the set.
Yeah, I mean, it's been great. I think this is kind of what you expect from this Hawks team. They've had a beautiful all-around season. I mean, it's been one for the history books, really. This is the first time in over 20 years that they've been crowned the county champions, and it was actually just confirmed today. The Hawks are your Nassau County champions. They're your conference kind of winners.
That's what every team wants to accomplish, and no matter what sport you're in, you always want to see a team winning every single game. And that's exactly what the Hawks have done this season, winning 13 straight, an undefeated record, and winning the conference is another goal that every team wants to accomplish. They want to be the best team in their conference and win out, and that's exactly what the Hawks have done. And if they continue this, maybe they might be winning playoffs and winning states, or winning states is a little bit too far, but hopefully they win
Why not?
counties.
I mean, if you're the best team in New York State, I mean, you're the fiercest competition you've got. I mean, I'm hoping that we get to see a state's appearance, knock on wood, obviously, for this Hawks girls volleyball team. Really, though, you know what this team reminds me of? This the undefeated girls varsity flag football team from just 2 years ago made it to states. Huge games. I mean, a lot of real talent. I mean, if you look at this Hawks team, you have Nassau County players in the top 20 for 4 different categories in Dylan Katz, Isabella Sally, Jaden Axelrod, and Emily Layton. I mean, Emily Layton, all Long Island player. She's 20th in digs. But this Hawks team, I mean, very, very solid. As we are ready for the second set, just about 5 seconds out. So we are not going to see any switches. Oh, we are actually. Emily Novak coming back out for Emily Layton. So she'll be subbing in. And we'll see DeSeto back on. We will see Appleton still in. Consalvo, Elfenbein, and Reese White out here for Massapequa.
Yeah, no real different substitutions for the Hawks or Massapequa right there and changing into the different sets. I was expecting something different from Massapequa, but after they only lost by, how many points was it? 3 or 4? I don't expect a lot of changes.
Yeah, all right, so Emily Layton will be back in, actually. Yes, so Emily Novak came out. Emily Layton will come in. We have a lot of Emilys on this team. We have Emily, Emma, 2 Emilys.
A lot of ease.
Emery. Here's Katz with the serve. Appleton. Up to Consalvo. Out of bounds.
Unlucky right there from Consalvo, hitting, I think, her right pinky, which is usually where the ball goes if it goes towards the right side. Unlucky right there, but great bump set spike play for Massapequa once again.
It'll be Cats again with the serve. Up to White. Consalvo. Tan with diving on the floor. White. Elfenbane. Cats. Layton. Axelrod. Elfenbane. To Consalvo. Up Sally. Axelrod. Cats. To Layton, slowing things down a little bit. Isabella Sally with the kill.
The Hawks right there using, I think, three different hitters on one different play. And using that can switch up the defensive approach from the Massapequa Chiefs, and right there it did.
Yeah, I mean, that was one of the best rallies that I've seen, honestly, in this entire game so far. Cats again, out of bounds.
That's twice that happened for Cats. Unlucky again. And I think the Chiefs, I think that was a good, even though like they were down 2-0 and now down 2-1. They need a couple points, and they want to get like a good rally on this. Because if you don't get a good rally on this Hawks team, then the Hawks are probably going to win.
So O'Neal is back. Oh, and a missed bump right there by Isabella Sally. So now it's going to be all tied up at 2-2. Lacey Petrullo now with the serve.
That was not of the norm right there for Isabella Sally, but hopefully she gets the next one.
Layton to Cats. Axelrod. Up and over, it's Layton. To Cats. And Axelrod. Appleton. To Consalvo. Out of bounds. Hawks lead 3-2.
That's twice so far in the set that Consalvo, she mishandled it. She mishandled the ball, and she hit the wrong part of her hand, and it went out of bounds once again.
So now it'll be Sally with the serve. Appleton. Consalvo. Back to Sally. Up to Cats. Dove. Slamming down. Great block right there by number 4. That's Emma Flown.
Emma Flown and Appleton using their teamwork and getting the block together. And after a great block, she gets a lot of cheers from her teammates, Emma Flown.
So Flown will come off, and Elfenbane will come back on. Cats. Now to Dove. Blocked again. Back-to-back blocks right there. That was Emily DeSetto.
Doing the same exact thing that Flown did, and Flown comes back into the game.
So
wanting to do
they're
the
just
same.
trading off right here.
They want to do, I think they want to get 3 in a row. I think we have Cats is saying something to the referee right now.
Cats are saying they're switching their server. The libero was their server. That is correct. Lacey Petrullo was their server. So they did switch the server, and Dylan Cat's not happy about that. I mean, that's against the rules. I mean, you can't switch your server mid-streak.
I think the ref on the floor is now speaking to the score table about what just happened.
So we're gonna check in. I mean, we'll see what happens here. I think maybe they either wipe the point or just give it to the Hawks, but we'll see. Yeah, as Dylan Cat's talking with the ref at the net, and the Hawks will get the serve. They'll get the serve back. Good eye. I mean, good IQ right there from Dylan Katz. I mean, she knew exactly what was going on.
Also, credit to the score table people right there, telling the referee that Dylan Katz had the right call right there.
So now it'll be Layton with the serve. Emily Novak comes in for the Hawks. And it's just some more confusion here. I mean, on this, with the score table and the ref, just a little bit of confusion, a little bit of a mix-up. You don't really see this happen, I mean, at this level. This is the highest conference, kind of the highest level of the conference, so.
And as we get a lot of cheers from both sides during this salvage of play, try to motivate both teams on the final regular season game of the season.
Yeah, big cheers, big crowd here tonight. I mean, you see a lot of the other sports teams coming to cheer on the Hawks. There are a lot of girls from the varsity soccer team. There are the boys volleyball team, and just even the girls JV team just all coming out to support the Hawks. And so,
And
still some confusion, I guess, with the scoreboard, just trying to reset or decide what is going on here. So both teams are going to go kind of into a huddle. Katz is going to talk to Coach Knight. And both teams are just going to huddle up here. I mean, nothing really happening, just waiting for the ref to make a decision. And they will reset the scoreboard. So now the Hawks have 4 and Massapequa has 3. So great there by Katz. I mean, giving the Hawks not only the lead, but they get the serve back as well.
And the ref is saying something right now to the fans. I think trying to tell them to stop with the bells. Bells are a big problem, and they could be extremely.
All right, so the ref just, the net ref just told the playing side, no cowbells. Obviously, you want to make sure everything's all right. Late now, Appleton up to a little slip there from Jaden Axelrod. That was Emma Flaum.
Good tip from Flown, just getting the ball like into the spot where there's nobody, and right there I think Axelrod slipped trying to get the dig, but she's.
And there's Dove. Wow, great recovery there by Massapequa, and they score the point. Beautiful right there by Victoria O'Neill.
Dove trying to get her 4th kill on the game, but unfortunately she cannot. She is denied by this Chiefs defense, and after a couple bumps later, they get the spike, and the block just didn't fall the way that the Hawks wanted.
So here's Reese White. Just falling over the net there.
Right now the momentum's on the Chiefs side. They're going to take it with them, and they're going to ride it into the serve and hope that they get another tip over the net like that.
White, once again, out of bounds for a Hawks point.
After a great serve, I don't know what happened right there. I think she released the ball a little bit too high. Unfortunately for the Chiefs, they cannot get the point.
Axelrod. And that was a great serve right there. That'll be an ace for Jaden Axelrod.
Another great serve from the Hawks team. They've had a couple tonight where I think they've had like a couple aces tonight, and right now it's tied 6-6, and we're hoping they get another point.
Axelrod once again, Appleton, and bumped over by Emily Novak.
Now the score is 7-6. Great play, great block from Emily Novak, getting over the net and blocking the ball right down into the Chiefs side.
Axelrod for the 3rd time. Casalvo. Axelrod to Dove. Consalvo once again. Up Axelrod. Julian Katz. Out of bounds, and that'll be a Hawks point.
Seto, I think that was her 2nd attempt at a block this set, and the first one fell her way. Not this time. The block went straight out of bounds to the left. You can't do anything, as I said earlier. You can't do anything on those blocks. You just got to hope that the ball bounces your way and gets on the Hawks side again.
So Axelrod, 4th consecutive serve. This one goes into the net. Hawks lead 8-7. And we'll see Elfenbane check in once again for Lacey Petrullo. And Appleton with the serve right here. Layton. Axelrod, quick pushing it over. Elfenbane. And that's a Hawks point, out of bounds.
The ref right there denying the sideline, and I think we will have a argument from the Massapequa side. And the ref sticks with her call.
Yeah, I mean, the ref is right there. She's at the net. She's positioned perfectly to see Exactly that. She's positioned to see those calls that might be on the line. I mean, good job for her sticking to her call. Tan now. Appleton. Oh, and a chance for a dig there for Emily Layton.
Emily Layton had that dig, but unfortunately she took one bad step and she could not get the dig, and the tip went over the net into just the right spot where the Chiefs could get the point. And now the score is 9-8. The Hawks lead.
So now it'll be O'Neal with the Massapequa serve. Sally. Axelrod. Katz. Up in the roof, bouncing around Appleton. Finally recovers it. Consalvo. Layton. To Katz. Katz. To Appleton. Elfenbane. And the block attempt was by Emily Novak. A little unfortunate there, unsuccessful, and now the score will be tied at 9-9 in the second set.
Unfortunate for Emily Novak there. A great return from Appleton, giving the Chiefs an opportunity to have that bump set spike again. And every time they've done that, they've succeeded. Or sometimes they haven't, but most of the time they've succeeded.
So it'll be O'Neal, Layton, Axelrod, and Novak. Try to go for the kill, but just out of bounds.
Axelrod.
Massapequa now leads.
Axelrod right there trying to get a little tap set. Unfortunately, it did not work, and her and Katz cannot get the kill.
O'Neal. Sally this time, and that's going to be a kill.
Emily Novak avoiding the net right there, and she set up the set and the kill for the Hawks.
So Fringus and Wickus will come in for Layton and Novak. Fringus now with the serve. White to Appleton. Axelrod now. Sally. Diving there, it's White. Consalvo out of bounds. Hawks now lead 11-10.
That's Gonsalvo's fourth on the set, where she could not get the ball into the right part of her hand, and she just unfortunately did not get the kill.
Frankus now to White. Appleton. And it's out of bounds by Emily DeSeto. Oh!
I think that ball was out right there, Gavin. I don't know. The ref gave one call to the Hawks, a very close call, and another close call to the Chiefs. So things are even on the referee side of things.
So now it'll be 11-11. As we see, Katie Love back in once again for the serve. Sally. Katz. Appleton. Elfenbane. Layton. Appleton once again. Elfenbane. And that'll be out of bounds. Hawks now lead 12-11.
One of our bigger leads on the set. Only 1 point, Gavin, but it's still a lead for the Hawks. And I think that was a similar type of spike to around the same part of the line, and the ref did not call the same call.
Katz now. Getting on the floor there is Victoria O'Neal. Axelrod tipped it over.
Great play by the Hawks right there with a tiny tap set. And Axelrod.
Yeah, a little drop right there. You know, I got a little bird in my ear telling me that it is a drop. So shout out to Ethan Saxton. Knows all about that volleyball terminology. Appleton now. Appleton once again. Consalvo. Tan diving on the floor. Appleton. O'Neal. Katz. Axelrod setting up with the kill. Jaden Axelrod. What a rally.
What a rally from both sides right there. Bump set spikes on each of their respective sides, and the Hawks got the ball to bounce towards the spot that they wanted. Appleton cannot reach that ball, and fortunately for the Hawks, they got the point.
So Katz will serve again. Appleton up to Elfenbane. Out of bounds. Hawks keep the streak alive.
Elfenbane trying to find the spot on the left side, like the Massapequa Chiefs have most of the set. Unfortunately, they cannot, and the ball went out of bounds.
So big time out here for Massapequa. I mean, the momentum is truly in this Hawks team's favor. I mean, great plays by Jaden Axelrod, by Dylan Katz. But I want to shout out someone actually on this Massapequa team. Savannah Appleton is one of the best setters I think I've ever seen. She is constantly getting to this ball. She is constantly just providing great opportunities and allowing this Massapequa team to stay in the game. It usually is not this close when you're up against the #1 team in New York State. But I mean, she's kind of the main factor why they're staying in this game.
Right, the Hawks did beat the Chiefs 3-0 in sets last time they faced earlier in the season. And right now, the Chiefs are keeping it close. I mean, like 15-11 in the second set. That's probably the biggest lead that we've had all set. And so far, the Chiefs are holding their own against the best team that in New York State.
So Fallon will come back on. Appleton will stay on. White will stay on. Consalvo will stay on. O'Neal will stay on. And Katz's streak is up.
Simple mistake right there from Katz. That's about her third time on the game that she's hit the net. Unlucky for her right there. Not one of her norms, as I said earlier. And we have another timeout. I guess not anymore.
So Petrula will come on now for the serve. Katz up to Axelrod. Axelrod. Appleton now. Consalvo. Isabel Sally. Appleton now. To Consalvo. Up to Katz. To Axelrod. And just a little bit too short. Just falls under the net for Jaden Axelrod.
Axelrod's been having a great set so far, having a couple kills on just the second set. And unfortunately, the ball hit the left side of her hand, and that ball went straight into the left side of the net.
And here's Petrullo. Sally, Katz, Sally again. Great save there by Petrullo. O'Neal, Katz, Layton, Axelrod, tipping it over, looking for a block. Layton, Sally. Great diving plays here from Petrullo. Consalvo, Tan, Katz, Appleton. And the block! Appleton once again. O'Neal blocked! Once again, Emery Wickus.
Another great rally right there. Hawks now up by 3 points. Only 9 away from getting the second set win. Set is not over though, and Chiefs still have might have a comeback in them.
Appleton. And no one there. Great tap over right there. That's #4. That's Emma Flound.
Flound doing exactly what her teammates shouted out earlier in the set. Tip the ball over. And that's exactly what she did right there. Tipping the ball over into the middle of the Hawk side.
Consalvo now. For the serve, Massapequa. Sally. Katz. Axelrod out of bounds. Hawks lead 16-15.
Unlucky for Axelrod. She's been having a great set so far, but on the past 2 attempts at a kill, she's not succeeded, and she just got to find her rhythm again.
Consalvo. To Layton. Up. And Wickus looking for a kill there.
And that should be a carry, Gavin. Unfortunately, it is not. That is a beach volleyball legal play right there, but we are inside, Gavin, and that is a bad call.
No sand on the ground here, Connor. I mean, obviously you cannot carry, and that was pretty obvious. This Plainview crowd not happy about that one. But I mean, ref makes a call. You got to agree with it. I mean, arguing with the ref, especially high school sports, I mean, it is truly not in your best interest to argue with the ref.
Well, right there, Gavin. Chiefs got 3 straight points, and now it's tie game, 16-16. So momentum is shifting, and now things are even. Right there, Chiefs got a lucky call, and on the throwdown, I don't know. I think it's a carry, but it depends on the person that you're asking, and depends on the play. But I thought it was a carry right there. Unfortunately, it did not go the Hawks' way.
Yeah, so we'll see Addison Dove come back in for this Hawks team. And the lineup stays the same for Massapequa. I don't think the Hawks are worried at all. I think that They have the momentum. They don't need momentum. I mean, they are such a strong team. But we'll see how the rest of the set plays out. Here's Consalvo. Sally to Katz. Axelrod with the kill right in the face of Savannah Appleton. That's gonna leave a mark.
Axelrod had 2 bad attempts at a kill before this, 2 bad last attempts, but now she's back hitting that kill or hitting that ball straight into Appleton, and she had no chance.
Leighton. And an ace! Jack, Queen, King! Ladies and gentlemen, Emily Leighton has an ace!
Great serve. I like the top spin definitely affects the return, and right there, unfortunately for Consalvo, she could not get the return.
Emily Leighton once again. Appleton, Leighton diving on the floor, bumps it over. O'Neal, set out by, oh! So, what happened there, I mean, Katz did get it up, but Axelrod, it looked like she touched the net right there. Nice little point there by Victoria O'Neal for Massapequa.
Great spike from the Chiefs. They've had many of those opportunities in this game, and they've succeeded on most of them, as I said earlier.
Right, hits the net. Leighton. It's Dove. Dove out of bounds.
That ball hit the right side of Dove's hand, and now it's a tie game once again, and the Hawks are maybe facing a loss in the set.
Reese White. Into the net. Now Hawks lead 19-18, and we will see Jaden Axelrod coming off of a 5-serve streak here. She'll return to serve once again. Axelrod. Appleton. O'Neal out of bounds.
O'Neal hit the ball a little bit too hard on that spike, trying to get the kill, very easy kill for herself, but unfortunately she cannot. And the Hawks now up by 2, only 5 points away from their win in the second set.
Axelrod. Consalvo, Appleton, O'Neal. Axelrod, great return. Katz over the net to Consalvo, Appleton. And Axelrod wasn't able to stretch just enough. Massapequa, great point. So now the Hawks only lead by 1, 20-19. Both teams less than 6 points away from their first, from the win in the set. So now it'll be Appleton to serve. Sally diving on the floor to get that one. Katz. And they'll call it out of bounds.
It was a close call. There's been many in this set, and now we have a tie game. Tie game in the 20s is not like when it's 20-20, it's not going to be an easy win for both sides.
Yeah, very close here. It'll be Appleton serving once again. Spike down. That's number 12. That is Emily DeSetto.
Isabella Sally just setting up the Chiefs right there and setting up the Chiefs for an easy spike. And right now the Chiefs bench is hype. And it's only a 1-point game, but the Chiefs have the lead.
So, 1-point game right here. I mean, you're 100% right, Connor. Once it gets into the 20s, the game becomes much more intense, much closer, much more calculated, I would say. I mean, you really can't make any mistakes, especially when you are 5 points or less away from a set victory.
And right now we expect intensity, as I said earlier. Coach Knight wants to bring intensity, especially in these tight moments in the game. And these are playoff-like moments. And if the Hawks want to win in the playoffs, they got to win right now. Down by 1 in the 20s, 20-21. Chiefs are winning. The Hawks are hoping to come back and get a second set win.
Appleton continuing her serving streak. Sally to Axelrod. Dove. Consalvo to Appleton. Elfenbane. And she's able to bring it down. Now, Massapequa leads for the first time. I mean, this is their biggest lead they've had so far in this set.
I think it is, Gavin. 2 points is just the biggest lead. That's how close it's been in this one.
Leighton now. Axelrod. Dove. O'Neal. DeSetto. Leighton now. What a kill! Dylan Katz, happy senior night to you!
Dylan Katz, as we see a substitution from the Hawks. Dylan Katz finding the open spot in the middle and spiking it right there. And that's an easy point for the Hawks. 1 point game, 21-22. And the Hawks are losing only by 1.
So now Jaden Tan to serve. Tan. Now it's Appleton. Layton. To Sally. Sally. Consalvo. Appleton. O'Neal. Tan. Isabella Sally. Off of the hands of Kira Elfenbane. Great by Isabella Sally. Tying the set up 22 all.
The Hawks crowd is getting hyped, banging the bleachers, and now tie game. This exact crunch time moments that you see in volleyball. 22-22, tie game, and we'll see what happens.
Tan again. Consalvo to Appleton. To O'Neal. Katz. Sally hits into the net.
Unlucky right there for the Hawks. Isabella Sally thought that she had an easy one. Unfortunately, the ball, she hit the ball too low, and it went straight into the net, making it a 1 point game. The Chiefs are leading.
Sally to Axelrod. Katz off the hands of Appleton. Tied up once again.
I think Appleton, if she had known that the ball was going over her head just by a little bit, she would have known that the ball was going out. Fortunately for the Hawks, they got the point, and Dylan Katz gets a kill. And now we are seeing some chants from the Hawks crowd, and things are getting interesting. Tied 23-23.
Franks now. White. Appleton. Consalvo. Tan.
Unlucky right there for the Hawks. The spike just not going their way, and we'll see a substitution for Massapequa as Massapequa's 1 point away from getting the set win, which will be very interesting. The Hawks have only lost 2 on the whole season. And
so now we're gonna see Katie Love, who seems to be their designated server here. Love into the net, no good that time.
As you just said right there, she's the number 9. Love being the designated server that was not one of her norms right there. And now it's a win by 2 scenario. So any team has to win by 2 in order to win, which means if the Hawks score right here, the game is not over.
Dylan Katz. Up and over. Katz again. Axelrod with the kill!
It is game point for the Hawks. They are 1 point away from winning the second set, a very crazy second set. From the first team of the conference to the second team of the conference. And now we have a timeout from Massapequa as the momentum is all on Plainview's side.
Yeah, I mean, this Hawks team, and not only the team, this Hawks crowd is riled up. I mean, banging on the bleachers. We got some Let's Go Hawks chants. It's a big game. I mean, last game of the regular season, this kind of determines your mindset going into the playoffs. Hawks obviously clinched the conference, clinched Nassau County, but it's really very interesting to see what's going to happen going into this playoff scenario.
I'm like, jobs never finished for the Hawks. Even though they're 13-0, this is still a regular season game, and if they want to go into the playoffs feeling good, Coach Knight said that she wants them to win, and if they win, then she'll feel happy going into the playoffs.
Dylan Katz to put it away for Plainview. Katz with the serve. White to Appleton. Consalvo puts it down straight into the net. No good. Hawks win the second set in a row.
As they switch sides, I see a bunch of cheers from the Plainview crowd. The Hawks are 1 win away from having an undefeated season, and they are hoping to get that. I see all smiles on that Hawks sideline. And Consalvo right there on that last play. Get it, like she had a couple of plays where she could not get it kills, and unfortunately for the Chiefs, they lost, and now the Hawks are 1 win away from an undefeated season.
Yeah, so it is a best out of 5 matchup, but so if the Hawks win 1 more, then the game will be over. We are gonna go over now. Let's see if we can check in once again on the sideline with Alana Mitnick. Never mind, we cannot check in on the sideline with Alana Mitnick. You're going to stay here with Connor and I. Beautiful first 2 sets. I mean, Connor, what else do you really expect from this Hawks team?
I'm like, the Hawks are undefeated, 13-0 on the season. And what else do I expect? I expect that they're supposed to be winning these sets by a lot more, but they are not. Like, the things are not of the norm. But to be fair, it is the Chiefs, and the Massapequa Chiefs are the second team in the conference, sitting at 10-3. And after a close set, the Hawks close out the win, and that's exactly what playoff teams have to do. They have to close out those close sets, and they have to close out the games. If the Hawks want to make the playoffs, if the Hawks want to win in the playoffs, then they got to do that. And even against like lower seed teams, even if you're the 1 seed, things are not always going to be easy.
Okay, so we are checking in once again, or trying to check in with Alana Mitnick on the sideline. Alana?
Thanks, Gavin. Now, tonight's a special one honoring 5 graduating seniors: Emily Layden, Isabella Sally, Dylan Katz, Jaden Axelrod, and Ava Frangus. All 5 have had a significant impact on this team, including back-to-back conference championships and a county championship, which they'll look to regain next week once the playoffs start. Gavin, back to you.
Big game here. Thank you for that, Alana. We are approaching our final, what could be the final set. I mean,
you never know.
The Hawks obviously been dominant. 3-0 win the last time they played Massapequa, and that's a constant you kind of see with this Hawks team. 3-0 wins. Haven't let a single team get more than 1 set on them. Isn't that insane?
I played volleyball in middle school. Middle school is different, obviously, but I don't think I've ever seen a team that dominant to the point where they are only losing 2 sets in the whole season. There's 13 games. As Gavin said earlier in this game, there's 5, or maximum 5 sets, minimum 3, which most of the games have been for the Hawks. And with time winding down on this in-between set timeout, the Hawks, smiles on their faces, senior night for them. They're hoping to get this last win on the set and go into the playoffs undefeated.
All right, so that'll be the end of our little break here. Back into some girls volleyball action. Massapequa, I mean, trying to get into it, trying to get some momentum, anything here. They have been playing very strong, getting to over 20 points in both sets. It's the Hawks able to come out on top both times, looking to come out on top once again and come out on top of the season with an undefeated record.
And as we're getting started soon, everyone actually happy. The Massapequa Chiefs are happy, knowing it is also their last regular season game. Want to make things nice for them, getting a win on this set, at least this set against a number 1 team. I'm like, that's what you want to get. At least make the games close, thinking that you have a chance in the playoffs.
So now it'll be Petrulo from Massapequa with the first serve of the 3rd set. Axelrod to Katz to Appleton. White. And that's Love now, number 9 in for Massapequa. Well done, Appleton. A great save by Emily Layton. Axelrod. Katz. Tan. Great diving save. Just out of bounds. Massapequa will get the first point of the set.
2 great digs, both by Tan and Layden on that play. But unfortunately, the ball did not bounce their way, and the ball went out of bounds right there. Great bump set spike opportunities from the Chiefs, and they take the 1-0 lead. That's just the first point on the set.
Once again. Now Tan, Axelrod, Isabella Sally. Axelrod now. Sally again. This time with the kill.
I think Lacey Petrulo is going to be mad at herself for that one. She hit the ball as if she was spiking it. I think she wanted to get the bump. Unfortunately for her, she cannot get the return.
So now it'll be Katz, who closed out last game, will now open this set. Appleton. And now, Flown. So, Emma Flown, she is a senior as well. She is a middle. And when we were checking, obviously, we were doing our research before this game, some of the highlights, I mean, she has a majority of this Massapequa team's highlights. And now, that'll be an ace right there for Katie Love.
As you said before in this game, as the Massapequa Chiefs get hype, as you said before in this game, Katie Love is one of their best servers, making another ace right there.
Love. Cats. Axelrod. Love has it to Appleton. O'Neal. Blocked! Cats. To Layton. Axelrod. Appleton. O'Neal. Layton. Cats now. And a great tip right over the net. Bella Sally.
Bella Sally finding the spot on the court that no one is there. And the Chiefs tried to get a pancake right there, which is when you put your hand on the ground flat, but it did not work out for them. And the Hawks are down 2-3, hoping to get on a little run right here where they can get a couple points, put this game to rest.
And you'd know if you were tuned in to our sports updates that we post pretty much bi-weekly. As the Hawks, another point, Emery Wickus. If you tuned into our sports updates, we've had 2 so far, pretty much twice a month usually we try to put them out. Connor, myself, and Henry Morgan, who couldn't be here tonight. Isabella Sally, Emily Layton, they are names that are frequently mentioned when we're doing our girls volleyball segments.
And they're always up there in the top Nassau County stats. And that makes sense, being a team that's undefeated after 13 long games.
Emily Layton now to Axelrod. Up to Appleton. O'Neal blocked! Jaden Axelrod!
Axelrod with another block on this game. Chiefs always had this whole set and most of the game have been getting that bump set spike opportunity. And right there, they got it again. Unfortunately for them, the Chiefs cannot convert it. And Axelrod gets a great block.
Sally once again. Looking for a spike there. Out of bounds. That was Victoria O'Neal looking for a kill right there. Unfortunately, a little bit wide. Hawks now lead 5-3.
Hawks on a 3-0 run
Isabella
and hoping
Sally
to make it more.
once again through the net. Appleton now. O'Neal. Cats hit off the wrong part of her hands. Coming over to the commentator's booth. Can I get it? No, I cannot.
And
So the ball's going to roll.
Gavin, that's twice in this game. That's kind of surprising, knowing that things barely happen like that, especially when you're sitting in the attendance, or even where we are.
My rolly chair, I couldn't reach outside to go grab that ball. But now it's going to be White. Out of bounds.
That floating serve did not work. It just went a little bit too high, and it did not dip enough, making it an out of bounds serve, and easy point for the Hawks.
Now it's going to be Layton. Appleton to O'Neal, out of bounds once again. And the Hawks, I mean, just big back-to-back points, leading 7-4 now. Layton. Out of bounds, the streak ends there, but I mean, it provided a great lead here. 7-5, the Hawks now lead as Kira Elfenbane checks in for Massapequa. Appleton will come in now. Sally, Cats, Axelrod. Appleton to White. Diving on the floor, it's Isabella Sally. Addison Dove. Appleton bumping it back. Layton diving on the floor. Dove! O'Neal hitting off the hands of the Hawks. Now it'll be 6-7 Massapequa.
O'Neal, and as Gavin just made an unfunny joke in my opinion, but it is now it's a meme that everyone says. Dove and O'Neal trying to attempt to go kill for kill. Unfortunately, they cannot. And right there, Appleton, another serve out of bounds.
All right, 8-6 now. Connor, it's not a joke. That was the actual score. I wasn't making any joke right there. I don't know what you're talking about. Axelrod now with the serve. Love to White. Elfenbane. And that'll be a Plainview point.
I couldn't tell what happened right there. The refs,
They're signaling for a Plainview point. Axelrod once again. Out of bounds.
Both teams have had out-of-bounds serves where it goes too far, and those mistakes cannot happen. And now, as we see another serve from the Chiefs, the score still close, only a 2-point game, 9-7. The Hawks are leading.
Victoria O'Neill with the serve. And Emily Novak also checks on for this Hawks team. They now lead 10-7.
Another missed serve right there. Usually at this high level of play, you don't usually see those type of things, especially from such two great teams. But right there, right in the set, that's not what's happening, and both teams are messing up their serves.
And now for Massapequa, Emily DeSetto will also check on as Jaden Tan serves. Appleton to Love. Axelrod. Katz with the kill.
Right there, another bump set spike for the Hawks, getting it this time inbounds and off the tip, and not off the tip, and hit the ground and went the Hawks' way. The score is now 11-7, which is one of our bigger leads on the set by 4 points.
Jaden Tan now to serve once again. Appleton to Elf. Layton. Appleton running almost into the net there. Sally. Axelrod. Katz. With a tip off of the hands of Emily DeSetto. It'll now be a 12-7 lead for the Plainview Hawks.
Another great kill for the Hawks right there. It hit the tip of one of the fingers of the Massapequa Chiefs, and now it's a 5-point lead. Things are starting to go the Hawks' way, and maybe this is where the things start to get very interesting.
Tan. Sally. Love. Blocked! But hit the net. Emily Novak going for the block. It'll result in a Massapequa point, 12-8. The Hawks still lead.
Another block where you can't really control it, and things are gonna blocks are gonna go any way. They're gonna tip in any direction. It could go on your side, it could go on the other team's side, it could go out of bounds. We don't know.
DeSetto. Sally. Axelrod. DeSetto. And O'Neill misses the ball. What a kill by number 10, Bella Sally.
Bella Sally finding the side that I think O'Neill was not going to. O'Neill was going to her right, and she had to cut back to her left very quickly. She could not on that play, though, and they got the kill.
So now we'll see Ava Frangus check in for Emily Novak. Wow. Emma Fallon just hit the ball straight into the net. 14-8, the Hawks lead, and we will see a timeout from Massapequa as the Hawks take a 6-point lead.
The Hawks are on a 7-1 run, scoring most of their points off of unfortunate plays for the Chiefs, but the Hawks are looking to get their final win on the regular season and hopefully get to 14-0 and have an undefeated season.
Yeah, I mean, this is literally the end point. It's senior night, obviously. You're kind of celebrating all of the seniors, celebrating everything that they've done for the team. It's also the end of the regular season. You're celebrating the team's accomplishments as a whole. And this season, there is a lot to celebrate. Hawks have not won a county championship for girls volleyball in a very long time. And to clinch it so early, they have not won since 2019. That's 6 years. But it's really just very nice to see an undefeated season and just a very great season in all aspects of the name.
And as the Chiefs go out of their timeout, Gavin, I don't know what just happened right there, but we're going to ignore it and we will move on to the future. I don't know what just happened, but the Hawks are looking to get on another big run and continue their big run and hopefully win the set.
And now, the Hawks will lead 14-9.
And another.
Jaden Tan will check back in for the Hawks. And now it'll be Lacey Petrullo with the serve. Sally to Axelrod. Katz blocked. Katz again, blocked again. Bella Sally to Katz. And this time, she is successful. The Hawks now lead 15-9, 10 points off. An undefeated 3-set victory.
Right now, all smiles on that Hawks team, hoping that they're only 10 points away from their final win on the regular season.
Katz, Appleton, O'Neal. And Dylan Katz tried to bump it up. It's unsuccessful. 15-10 now. Hawks lead.
Unlucky right there for Dylan Katz, trying to get the dive, but unfortunately she could not. And right now the Chiefs are hoping to go on a little rally.
Katz now, up to Axelrod. Axelrod, great dive right there by Petrullo. And that'll result in another point from Massapequa. Hawks looking to gain some momentum back, only 10 points off. Another win, but not if Katie Love and Massapequa have anything to say about it. Love serving once again. Sally, Katz. Bumped up, it's Katz. Appleton, O'Neal, and off the hand for Sally. 15-12, and a timeout by the Hawks.
On those last couple of points right there, the Hawks just not the stronger team, and Massapequa having a couple digs and a couple bumps at spike opportunities, just like what they want. They get some of the kills, and now it's only a 3-point game, which is what we've seen a lot in these past 2 sets.
Yeah, it's been great. I honestly, 15-12, Hawks still have the momentum. They still have a decent lead, and they still have a 2-set lead. We're talking like they can't lose a set. I mean, obviously, we haven't seen it happen that much, but I mean, even if you go down 1 set, you still have momentum.
I mean, like, things like when you're 13-0, you're expected to win everything.
No, obviously, 100%.
And you're expected to win, but that doesn't mean that everything's gonna go their way. Like sometimes the ball has not gone their way. Like on some of the blocks, on some of the spikes, on some of the serves, things have not gone their way. And as they are now only up by 3, things start to get competitive, and the Chiefs trying to make a comeback. We'll see what happens.
Love will serve again. Sally, Katz, Axelrod. Petrullo hitting it, Appleton keeping it alive. Leighton, Katz, tipped over. Jaden Axelrod putting the Hawks back on track.
The Hawks doing exactly what the Chiefs were doing in some of the past sets, tipping the ball over. And tipping the ball over sometimes does work. It's very unexpected, and some of those blockers cannot receive it when they jump up in the air and they're trying to catch that quick tip.
And Addison Dove will check in for Jaden Tan. As Sally to Katz. Up to Dove. Dove blocked by Appleton and Fallon.
Appleton using her height right there, putting her long wingspan, as I said earlier in the game, over the net. And as a lacrosse commit for college, she's expected to make those athletic plays.
Reese White with the serve. Tapped over by Wickus. O'Neal. Sally now. Axelrod with the kill.
Axelrod finding that spot in the middle where number 2, Petrullo, on the Chiefs side was not. And the Hawks got another kill. Now we'll see Emily Layden, only 8 points away now from an undefeated season. They're trying to get the win.
And a dive there from Love. That'll be an ace.
Another ace for Emily Layden. Only her normal skill on the season, and she'll do it again.
Leighton once again. Appleton. DeSetto. Katz to Leighton. Dove. And trying to block was Appleton. She was successful. Now Appleton will serve for Massapequa. 18-14 is your current score. And we'll
it's-
see Elfenbein check on now also. Cats to Axelrod. Elfenbein. O'Neal now. Cats. Addison. Addison Dove out of bounds. Now, Massapequa. They only trail by 3 currently. I mean, 18-15, they've been going on a run. Now it's Appleton. Sally to Cats. Axelrod with a successful kill, bobbled around a little bit there by Massapequa. Hawks 6 points off from a 3-0 victory.
Axelrod spiking down the ball as hard as she could at the ground. Right now they're 6 points away from undefeated season, which is what. Oh, and I think that ball was just out. Very close call. Very close call right there.
19-16 now. And we will see Victoria O'Neal with the serve. O'Neal. Layton. Up to Axelrod. Dove! Kill! Addison Dove! Put the Hawks ahead 20-16.
Addison Dove with another kill in this game. Spiking the ball, as I said before, same exact thing. She jumped on the 10-foot line. That's where her track and field skills come into play. And she plays that sport as well, and she uses those skills to get kills in volleyball.
Tan, serve out of bounds. Hawks still lead by 3, 5 points away from a flawless victory here. And we'll see Emily DeSetto for the Massapequa serve. Jaden Tan. DeSetto, Appleton. That's Love. And a spike right there. Beautiful from number 10, Bella Sally once again.
Bella Sally just being the stronger player. We've had a lot of those moments in these games where they spike it at the net, and unfortunately for the Chiefs this time, the ball could not be blocked their way. And Alpha Men with a great attempt at a block right there, but unfortunately the ball did not go the Chiefs' way.
4 points away, Frangus with the serve. Out of bounds. Little too much power there from Massapequa. Hawks 3 points away.
Emma Flown right there. She just spiked the ball too hard, and when you want it and you want it too much, sometimes the ball, sometimes you do it and the ball goes out.
So it'll be a Massapequa timeout. Very close to the end here. 3 points away. Hawks commanding this court the entire match, every single set. Just beautiful display of this volleyball talent we have here in Plainview. 50 seconds left remain in this timeout. Connor, what do you expect from the Hawks in this playoff?
I've only said this about 3 times so far in this broadcast. Coach Knight wants the Lady Hawks to bring the intensity. And on these last 3 points of the regular season, she wants that intensity. And in tight game moments like this, especially in the second set where they brought the intensity to end the game, she wants the girls to finish off and get the last 3 points. I mean, these 3 points are not easy ever for any team, but the Hawks with confidence, smiles on their faces, hoping to get that done.
So Frangus will serve once again. Tan is back out. Wickus is back out. And you see these 3 seniors who we talked about pretty much every day. We've been talked about, all county recognized. We have Dylan Katz, Bella Sally, and Jaden Axelrod looking to get 3 more points and finish off their season. Frangus, it's going to be white. And Jaden Tan can't reach it, can't stretch out far enough. Down by 4.
Nothing Tan can do right there, trying to dive at the ball. She had no chance, and we'll see a substitution right now.
Emily Layton coming back in. They're putting all their seniors in. Now we'll see Lacey Petrullo hoping to provide a spark for Massapequa. Petrullo. Tan. Axelrod. Sally. Out of bounds. Still up by 3. Hawks. Little momentum shifts. I mean, that's kind of why you call timeouts. Obviously, little pep talk there from Massapequa, trying to get their girls locked back in. Petrulo. 10 now. And she dives, hits the wrong part of her hands. Hawks now only lead by 2, and they will call a timeout. Try to reset here, try to get their final 3 points.
After going on a 3-point run, Massapequa getting the momentum now, and it's only a 2-point game, and that's what we've seen all 3 of these sets go in, where both teams have 20 points into the final moments of the game. Plainview with a quick timeout talk and already on the court after 15 seconds actually, and they're trying to get 3 more points still, as we said last time out, and they're trying to get 3 more points to win the game.
Yeah, they just need to get locked back in. That's all that needed to happen with this timeout. They were losing momentum on a downward streak, but now they're coming back in. And let's see how this timeout, now these words from Coach tonight, Coach Korinsky, affect these girls. It'll be Petrulo again. Petrulo. Out of bounds. Hawks 2 points away.
Cannot be making mistakes like that, especially late in the game, but the Hawks got the ball now, or got the serve now. Only 2 points away, as you said, from winning the game. Hoping to do it right here.
Cats. Out of bounds. Still 2 points away with a 2-point lead, and we will see Katie Love come here from Massapequa, their designated server. She's been serving all night in important moments. Let's see what she can make from this one. Layton. Cats. Axelrod. Appleton. To O'Neal. Great dive there by Layton. And Sally puts it over. Hawks 1 point away from closing out the season.
That's exactly what you want from the #1 team in New York State. A dig from Emily Layton, one of their star players and one of the star players in Nassau County. Getting the dig, long set spike to Isabella Sally. She gets the kill on the line.
Addison Duvall going to close it out. Bell Sally with the ace. Jack, Queen, King. Ladies and gentlemen, this Hawks season is over. Thank you, seniors. Thank you, Bella Sally. That'll be it for tonight.
The Hawks should be walking off the court with smiles on their faces as all parents are happy now, ringing their cowbells, which the ref told them not to ring. But they're going to ignore that now that the game is over, and the Hawks are cheering on the sideline as it's the seniors' last regular season game.
What more do you want from the Hawks? 3 sets to none, keeping up with this consistent theme of a perfect season, only having 2 sets lost the entire year. I mean, what more? I don't know what else to say. I think we're witnessing one of the greatest teams that Plainview's ever seen. You obviously have some state championship caliber teams, but none have been ranked as highly by New York State as this Hawks girls volleyball team. It's great to see. I'm very excited. We will have a home playoff game next week, and there will be more coverage by POB Media. There is going to be just great all-out action. Playoff game next week. We have some boys volleyball games, boys football as well, making the playoffs for the first time since 2019. Just big things all around from Plainview Sports. We hope to see you here for it. Tune in to POB Media. I'm Gavin Weingarten, joined alongside Connor Siebel. Tonight, Alana Mitnick joined us on the sideline. We had Aslan Khan and Aiden Visconti helping out, some switching and some programming. We had Ethan Sackstein. We had Max Zabarski, Milo Finns. We had TJ Lenski coming to help us out. Overall, great game. Henry Morgan popped in for a little bit, I heard over my headset. As always, thank you to Mr. JP, Mr. Joseph Pilata, always helping us out, our great advisor. That's all I really have for you. Thank you, Connor. It's been our first volleyball game and our first game together. It's been a lot of fun, and we'll see you next time on POB Media.